Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have King of Flames 32 with 1,283 rating versus Bry Rops with 941 rating. This is going to be another high rated DB video, and hopping right in, we will go ahead and see King of Flames decide to go first. 40 versus 43, opening hands. We have Frost, Baldrake, Meow, Engraver, and Sunny Snitch. They have Ice Ryzeal, Nib, Kusanagi, Fua, and Night Sword Serpent, so they are deciding to play Night Sword Serpent. Most people have cut this card from the deck because it's not actually necessary in the deck. And you can play Aramasa over it, and then Aramasa, like, I know Aramasa's not a great draw, but it's obviously not as bad as a Night Sword Serpent. Activate Sunny Snitch, go ahead, grab out Lilla from the deck to the hand, and they said Reza's fine, which is a little bit interesting, because, yeah, you're not supposed to chain Fua in response to the Live Twin effect. Otherwise, they can activate the one that they dump off the Link 1, the one that says negate a card that's activated in response to your Live Twin effect. You don't want them to be able to just, like, negate your Fua. Otherwise, you're, like, adding extra copies of Ash Blossom to their deck. So they bring out Frost, and then they're going to go activate Engraver. Go ahead, grab out Tract, and then go ahead, link off, bring out the Deal. They draw on the Prayer. Deal, go ahead, dump the Sweet. Yeah, this is the one I was talking about that can hand trap negate something. Sweet, summon itself out. And then link off into Kissy Kittle. They draw Bonfire, activate the effect, special summon back out from the grave. Wait, oh, okay. Oh, because they added a card from the deck to the hand. Yep, by drawing, so we can go ahead and draw. Sadly, we draw into another Baldrake. And then this will go ahead and draw into a draw, which that is very good against the opponent's deck. And then make Requiem. They draw Haba. They said on summon, I'll do that, okay. So they go Requiem and then chain draw. Okay, so they decide to draw themselves now. I guess the opponent would be drawing a lot of extra cards. Lacrima, dump Paradise. It kind of sucks that we didn't draw until that late though, because this deck can actually draw itself like every time. It doesn't really search at all in its combo like through engine. It just like draws a card randomly. So now we're gonna go effect, special summon back out from the grave. Use those, make the Trouble Sunny tribute to go ahead and special summon back out 2 from the graveyard, and then we go special summon out Frost from hand, and then link off, bring out the Abawa effect, discard to go ahead special summon back out. They said okay, they don't try to nib there. I guess just holding the nib until the opponent goes like end of main. Engraver, shuffle back, special summon out, and then Requiem effect to equip, and then turn that into a Necro equip, and then link off into a sequence, and then sequence effect. Yeah, because this is a light fiend, so they can use that to make the sequence. I really like it when engines have light fiends in them, like natural light fiends. Like, it's pretty cool for Fiendsmith stuff. They go on summon of sequence, activate Nib, go ahead, tribute the field, pass over the token. See, that's interesting to drop Nib there, right? Because they're not going to put this back because they want access to that with this. So realistically, like, they summon Desiree, you drop Nib on them, and then their Paradise isn't live. You don't let them make Agnumde. If you let them make Agnumde, then you're dumb, because then their Desiree will be summoned back out. So on that summon, they're going to go Paradise, dump Rex, okay? And also, King of Flames is the person that topped YCS Providence with the Live Twin deck. The only person that topped with it. So they're going to go ahead, dump Rex, and then Rex effect. That will go ahead and just add back the Paradise, which I guess we can discard off of Bawa next turn. Yeah, we can discard out that off of Bawa next turn. Pass, they draw on the Star Ryzeal. And then go main phase, activate Ritual Spell, chain a Bawa, discard Paradise, summon out Trouble Sunny, and then they're going to tribute 2 from hand to bring out the Murakumo from deck. And then, you know, not Trouble Sunny, but Sunny Snitch is going to keep doing the 200, which I think that 200 is just, it's so good. I know I bring it up so often whenever we watch this deck, but the difference it makes is insane. Like, it's absurd, especially for this deck. Sometimes the end board in this deck just isn't good enough, and they can, like, kill you through it, assuming that they hand trapped you, or sometimes they Fua you. You know, Fua can go crazy against this deck, and Sunny Snitch being able to gang and lose life points is really good. But yeah, King of Flames just goes ahead and admits defeat there. They said, I think I could have played that better, but well, Nib, yeah, I think that was a tough spot. Getting hit with Fua against this deck is already, like, it's already hard to win the game. Unless if we have, Ash, Called By, Cross Out, Droll. Like, we have a lot of outs, but we didn't draw any. We have Juristorm, Trax, Sweet, Lilla, Engraver. They have Murakumo, 7 Tachyon, Prayer, Fua, and X. I don't know if they main Cross Out or not. I don't even think they side deck it, actually. They go normal Lilla effect. They go ahead, chain Fua, and this time does get punished, and they will go ahead and chain Sweet there, so... maybe this is something that the opponent will never do again. These are one of those mistakes that you make on DB, so that way you don't make them at the YCS. So we go Lilla, bring out Frost, activate Sweet, special summon itself back out, link off in the Requiem, and then, yeah, the opponent just submits defeat. They said, lol, yeah, oops, lol. That's the downside, learned something new. Yeah, didn't even know that was a possibility. The greed obviously wasn't worth it. Yep, exactly. They didn't even know that was something that could happen. Which is kind of crazy, because they could have read the card last game when it got dumped. They said it had, like, 4 engine cards. Yeah, they had 4 engine. Oh, he had 4 engine cards, King of Flames. And I think that's what he's saying. But now we have Frost, Mistaken Arrest, Droll, Called By, Baldric. They have Imperm, Haba, Sword, Harpy's Featherstorm, and Cross. So, both players draw an absolute floodgate here. I'm not going to count Droll, even though Droll kind of is like a hand trap floodgate. Yeah, both players drawing these. King of Flames at the YCS was actually siding Mistaken Arrest going second in the Ryzeal, and Imperial Iron Wall going second in the Malice, trying to hand trap them and then being able to, like, floodgate them. So they're going to start off with Haba. Haba in the Saji effect goes search, grab out the Ritual spell, and then we're going to go ahead and Droll them, activate Ritual spell, summon from hand, dump Kusanagi and Night Sword Serpent, new Chain Link, activate the effects to add back in special. So special add Night Sword Serpent, add back Ritual spell, which I don't know if I agree with Ritual spell there. Maybe we were supposed to Kusanagi, add back Saji, and then we can normal Saji to make the cast out for Harpies to be live, because I kind of want to keep Sword in hand, and I don't think they're keeping Sword. Like, yeah, see, I guess we're keeping Ritual spell. So I guess we keep this as follow-up over Sword, but obviously, like, Ritual spell is a little bit more greedy than Sword as follow-up, I feel like, because Haba could get outed, but I guess it's pretty hard for it to truly get outed under Harpy's Featherstorm, and this makes their monsters lose 800 attack, so it's not getting beat over. They have to get outed in, like, standby phase or something, like their standby. We draw Engraver, normal Frost, link off, make deal. And then, if no response, sends for cost, summon is okay, effect, dump Sweet for cost. And then they're going to activate Harpy's Featherstorm, which they didn't have to do, but I guess they would have activated the Graveyard effect then, and they were afraid of that, so they just go ahead and flip it. So they just make Requiem. Yeah, I guess it's fair. Go ahead, set Called By, Mistaken Arrest, pass, they draw Thrust, activate Ritual spell to summon from deck, chain Requiem, bring out Lacrima, and then they get to go ahead and bring out the Murakumo. And then they're going to go activate Haba effect. I was just realizing this, though. Because we're going to go Chainlink 1 Haba, Chainlink 2 Murakumo to wipe, Chainlink 3 Lacrima to dump. Oh, I guess it didn't matter. I was going to say, maybe we should have used Mistaken Arrest in response to Ritual spell, so that way they don't get the Murakumo discard, but since we bring out Lacrima, and this will be the last Chainlink anyways, they could use Murakumo on it to try to negate anyways. But we could just let the negate go through, though, technically. But I guess they want to dump Paradise, because we have Engraver in hand, so it's not like we need that. Oh, we actually will need that, though, because we can't Engraver search next turn because of the Mistaken Arrest. Okay, so it is something that we have to think about. We also have Lacrima that can summon back Requiem, but they're going to Murakumo to try to negate Lacrima, and then we chain Mistaken Arrest, we discard Engraver, dump Paradise. Yeah, we want to discard and dump. Like, both of those are good for us here. Lacrima gets wiped out by the Murakumo, they go Battle Phase, swing, but they do have another Thrust, so they're going to go main, well, not another Thrust, but they have a Thrust, so they can get into a Harpy's Featherstorm here. They're thinking... They're going to go ahead and set the Mitsurugi trap there. Okay. I guess only plays one Harpy's Featherstorm. They're going to go ahead, Lacrima to Requiem during the end phase, draw Fua for turn, go main phase, Requiem effect, and then they said okay, so bring out Lacrima, and then Lacrima effect to go dump. And then that's fine. Go ahead, dump the Engraver. Engraver effect. Shuffle back deal to try to special summon out. They chain Murakuma to make us discard. So we just discard Fua. Summon out the Engraver. Requiem effect. Also, couldn't we have just done that on Requiem then? Like Murakuma on Requiem. If we were going to let them Lacrima dump this anyways. Maybe we just try to like negate the Requiem. Because I feel like that like forces a discard for sure. I guess this like almost does too. I feel like some people just don't think about their Murakuma negate too well. Sometimes this card can be extremely well if you use it correctly. But here I don't think it was going to make a difference realistically. Just like little things. Battle phase, Requiem to equip to the Engraver. Battle phase beat over Castel. Main phase 2 Engraver to send Murakumo. They imperm the Engraver so that way they can trap the next play. So they make sequence effect. They trap negate, sure. And then they said arrest is active, right? Yes. Arrest is active until this end phase. Like until the end of this turn. So they can't use that to bring back out and search for follow-up. So they do have Trap engraved though. But the opponent has full Fiendsmith engine. And they have Called By too, which is really good. And they draw Cross out. They say GG. Yeah, don't even have 2 Ryzeal. Yeah, I think they messed up. I think they messed up crazy. Like, I think they played the turn 1 wrong. Like, technically, said, can you play through another Harpies? No, low, maybe. We played 2. We set the trap over that. Forgot arrest last 2 turns. Oh, okay. Okay, so I guess they were trying to get an interruption with follow-up, because the trap would be an interruption, and then, you know, bring back Murakumo, search follow-up, board wipe. Okay, so I can see where they were coming from with how they wanted to play it, but they forgot about Mistaken Arrest. And that's another good thing, too. Mistaken Arrest, like, it's been kind of popular this year, but it's not been, like, too popular. Like, I've definitely noticed good players playing it, but I feel like the average player hasn't played this. Like, I've been hit with this many times against Malice players over the last few months. Like, I think GG Jibril even played it at the YCS. I don't know if he played it at the YCS or not. But, like, he's a good player, too, and he was playing it. Yeah, they should have just kept Sword in Hand. They should have just added back Saji, normal Saji. Obviously, Baldrake may have changed things and how things would have ended up playing out. But I think you should have just kept Sword in Hand for follow-up on that first turn. I think it's really important to have, like, guaranteed follow-up. The Ritual Spell wasn't guaranteed. It was good follow-up. Obviously, the Mistaken Arrest would have punished the Sword play, too. But, alright, that's going to be it for the video. So it would have been close. Had Baldrake Called By set. Drew a Cross Out. Yeah, Cross Out could have maybe been good against Called By. Like, obviously, if the game would have went further, maybe. But okay, that is going to be it for the match there. And with all that being said, we're going to end up seeing Live Twin win. And the DB Grinder signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Also, I'll be live streaming on Twitch later today. So I'll leave a link down below to my Twitch if you want to go ahead and check that out. Peace.